everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've got a great opportunity ahead of us. We've come out to the Great Western Buildings facility out here in Grand Junction, Colorado. We're going to check the place out, get a tour, and kind of walk around with the owner Eric for a while. Stay tuned.
So what they're doing here, so this machine cuts all of our flange stock to length, and it also does all of our punching for our connection plates. So like this stuff here. So what he's getting ready to do is pick something up with the magnets. Are you running plates or flange?
So and this was some of the stuff that you brought in when you took the building, right? Or was this already here?
The machines?
Yeah.
No, the plant was completely empty.
Okay.
Yep.
So this, you said this makes the punches for all the...
Yeah, this whole machine here, that's the big punch, so it'll slide back and forth. Okay. Okay, so what he's going to do is bring up a new stick, feed it over, the machine will tighten them together, and then he'll weld them.
Over there, okay.
Yeah, he'll weld them back, up against each other.
And these are the tabs that get welded on the uprights, the heavy steel
No,
columns,
these are the flanges, the top and bottom of the eye.
Okay,
yep.
Okay.
So that those magnets can be set for
strength.
For strength, yeah, because if you use it on like full power, if you're lifting up one of these like 1x12 pieces, you have to turn the magnets up, and then so if you grab smaller stuff, you'll pick up like a half dozen of them or something.
Multiples. Well, it's kind of neat to see how everything is assembled kind of start to finish. And noticed our building on your wall in your entryway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you just put that up?
I haven't updated photos in for so long. But so this has to be a full penetration groove weld. So he's opening up one side. Not the most exciting process.
For him it is.
There is an option on this machine where you can outfit it with a sub arc.
Okay, to do it.
Like we'll walk over and check out that splice line. All manual.
Yeah.
Or automatic, I should say. What? Right, yeah. I wonder what they're doing with that.
So this is two separate lines, and you get this one and this one over here then, right?
Well, everything in this bay pretty much funnels down to the end. So all of this material just manually makes it over. You see that those magnets down there? We'll walk down there so that when they're done with these flanges, it picks them up, puts them on the table, and then this here it feeds the webs down, and then it combines them. Can we walk over there?
Yeah.
Oh, they're playing around.
Okay.
They're Ben's a rocket buddy of mine, and we're making rocket stuff. What he's doing right now. What's up? How are you?
Cleaning right now.
Cleaning? Sweet. This is Tim and Tristan, customers.
Hello there.
Why, Tristan?
Nice to meet you.
So while they're not running, they're cleaning. And basically, if you have 2 plates, you know, they come up. That does that welding right there.
Okay.
So these are all the flat bars come over. So they kind of load it the same way they load that. But these, you see those rollers that are vertical?
Yep.
Those lay flat. And so this will set them down on each one, and then it'll upend them, squeeze them together, and then right here, this will raise the web to the center of the plate, and then they'll put a starter tack on it and send the whole thing down to the pull-through line. So there's we call it twin wire. So there's 2 electrodes on each side, and it comes down into the root, or the interface between the 2 parts, and that's what puts down the weld. And then it's submerged arc, so there's a flux. You can see that powder.
Yep.
Yep. So it dumps powder in underneath the weld, so there's no gas.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it makes these. So it puts down this weld and that one. Yeah.
On both sides.
Mm-hmm. So mill beams, wide flange, we bring all that in from this side.
Okay.
And we have the 2 saws that cut them down.
And then these are the heavier beams that you don't fab over here, right?
No, usually they're lighter.
Okay.
Or a lot of extension beams, end wall columns, so end wall rafters when it's not a rigid frame wall or something. I don't know what he's cutting there, but
so
like hydraulic hangers.
Okay.
They'll use this stuff for jams.
Okay.
What they're working on down there is cutting flange.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right, and that's what's being. Then that comes over, and that's what makes the top and bottom of the eye. Yeah.
All right.
So this is all wide flange up here. So those red beams.
Yep.
I would assume it's mill beam. Do you see the riveted columns? Here, let's walk down here. So
over here on the left and right.
first part of this facility is actually that far over in that corner, which was built in 1920. This building actually is dated to, it was made in 1901 by Carnegie in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And it was a building for the Union Pacific Rail Yard. They tore it down in the 30s, and it came over here and they put it up. So it's not even I-beam, it's riveted. And there's a few spots in the shop where it's got the Carnegie stamp on it, which is really neat. Yeah. It's our warehouse. Nuts, bolts, screws, cable braces. You remember the job, Bob? Yep.
Yep. The non-cardboard variety now.
Yeah, I don't see any of the. Well, there's one of the wood ones.
I saw him. Yeah, yep. Saw him across the fence when he pulled in.
And then this is all maintenance down here. This is my little workshop. And so pretty much anything that breaks in the shop, we can repair.
Okay.
Right here.
Nice.
Or, it's pretty humid where you're at, so.
It can be, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the porta-cool wouldn't do as good of a job.
No.
So this is our small parts area. Here, you'll like this machine down here. Just munches through those things, and so they'll stock. So this is all we have two places for it. This is all bent stuff, but so we'll just stock our standard clips, and then that way the machine, the welders and fitters just grab what they need.
What does each of these coils weigh, roughly?
I think we ask that they weigh under 7,500 pounds, so generally about 5. Weights will be here. Let's go check it out. So this is 6,630 pounds. That's about as big as we like them.
75.
Yeah, this is we go through this is the biggest thing we go through is for an 8 by 2.5 inch 16 gauge C or Z. If we walk into these lines, it'll shut the machine down. So don't. Yeah. Outside there's a big cage that actually goes over this machine, and it's just a pain to deal with. So the light curtains let us we're able to remove it.
Yep. And then so this forms and rolls all the material and then punches it?
Yep, it punches it down here and then it shears it right here.
Yep. And that's all in one program, so it knows I need 30 of these, 20 of these, rolls them, punches them, cuts them, he stickers them, you're done.
Basically, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We check first and last part in the batches just to make sure. So one thing that we changed, your building, you know, all your purlins, they have the gang punch, so there's a bunch of unused holes.
Yep.
Now we only punch the holes that we need.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes install a little bit easier for some people.
Yep. I can see that. And there was a couple of mine that were put in when we were trying to beat the storm. Were put in backwards. So after I'm going, like, why don't these match up? Why don't they nest? So I had to turn about a dozen of them around by myself, 20 feet in the air. I'm like,
that's a chore. Or you have to pick one up and get it. Which is just even harder. And it is. Oh, it's lunchtime. That's why. Here we'll walk down to welding.
Cool. Yeah, but the ease of how everything went together is just, like I said, there's a one hole that I had to remount. Otherwise, everything else fit together just like a giant erector set.
So when those, when the big plates or the big beams or the welded plate or even hot roll comes off of those lines over there, there's a cart that pushes them through. Ideally, this part of the shop would just be stuck onto the end of that building, right? And everything would be just one shot. But we have to make do.
Yep. But again, you're bringing everything in-house. You're not relying on other vendors to get stuff done.
So once those come through, this is fitting. So the fitters will tack on all the parts, clips. Then we get a quality control check. And they'll get the green light. So these lights up here, when something turns green, it means it's good. It gets picked up, moved down to welding, and they'll finish doing all the welding. it'll get like a visual CWI weld inspection. And once that's green lit, then it goes over to paint prep. And some of this, so this is kind of interesting. This job here, 95142, that's all painted. It's a 500 by 700 something. It's a giant building. This one is going out for hot dip galvanizing. So we won't, other than cleaning up our welds and doing quality control, we won't prep it for paint. We won't paint it because it goes to the galvanizer, gets the acid bath, and then gets hot dip.
So why would someone do that versus a standard booth job?
I don't know what the building's being used for. It's a big construction company, so it's
Okay.
probably, it's going to Minnesota actually.
Okay.
So it's probably Department of Transportation or something like that. Yeah, look at that. Holy smokes.
That's heavy duty.
That is gnarly. So in the wintertime, we can preheat the steel. So we'll take the steel up to about 100 degrees. And so preheat it, hose it down right here, and then we can post heat it if we're real busy. That's just, Lord almighty, guys. This used to be my favorite job, was painting. I loved it. So this is ammonia based. Nasty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We had
And-
a wet and a powder room at the place that I had worked, and just was real interesting the differences between the two. All the prep work that went into powder, the seal was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But you also had to have guys who were willing to wear all of the whole masks,
You gotta wear
and
yeah.
respiratory and everything, and that got hot.
Yep. So yeah, we built this is just a metal building. So we built this, and then this was my design, the mono rail that
Yep.
loops around, so it goes all the way down to the other end.
Okay.
And you know what we use? We use lifting tongs or logging tongs.
Okay, yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So these guys will do a visual paint inspection when it's done. I don't know what the frequency is, but we have the magnetic tester to make
Yep.
sure we're getting the right mill thickness.
Yep.
And panels are all run here. We stockpile these to use as covers.
Yep, I remember that.
And then we package up trim down here. And so this is the oldest part of the whole facility.
And the old steel on the floor is for old walls, maybe?
I don't know if they were grounding bars. The guy. So when I bought the building, Jim had no idea what they were either. He's like, "I've just always been there." This is obviously some sort of machinery they had in here.
Yep.
I have no idea. Probably something really, really heavy.
And those are the old cardboard boxes you guys used to use. You're still using them?
These are for trim.
Okay.
Yep. So those,
Yep.
that's
Oh,
one
big long trim boxes.
Yeah, that's one continuous box, and so they'll unfold it to the length they want, then they cut it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And then does this do all your trim forming then?
Panels only.
Okay.
Yep. Trim is actually made just down the road at another shop, and we just bring it over. You guys have been doing a really nice job keeping everything clean, which I appreciate.
It is
We gotta
very,
fix our
very
floor.
clean. Yep.
So when panels are done, we'll bring them around. And they get a sticker, so we know what it is, what job it's for.
Cool.
This is Tim. He's one of our great customers, and he wants to film and see one going together.
Oh, okay.
So that's all we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Tim with OSHA. said it's half welded out? No, it's all welded out. Okay, so this is the weld inspection. So he's doing the weld inspection.
And what's he checking for, just for?
Undercut, porosity, that they're welding in the correct places. So here, if you can step over. So where anything is spliced, we back weld on either side of the splice. So here. So he's making sure that's done correctly and checking fusion.
These are robot welds?
What?
Robot welds, or are they?
No, these are hand welds. So Matt was the first employee in Grand Junction. From
Awesome.
what the day one.
Yep. Good journey.
I think the first thing we did was scoop out dirt from
The entire shop.
cleaning. Yeah.
It was fun. We had a good time.
So they're just tacking everything together, and then they'll move this down to. So this is more of a skilled position.
Do your welders have to be certified?
They're also they're shop certified. So we have a third-party testing agency. So they'll do their coupons. I think they're 3/4 inch coupons, 3/4 inch steel, V grooved on both sides, and I think they have to do an 8-pass weld. And then it goes off to the lab. They cut it in half, and then they do a bend test, and that qualifies them for pretty much anything we do in the shop.
Horizontal or vertical?
We're all in single position, flat position. So we do 1F and 2F. So 1F is, position 1 would be straight down. 2F is like this. So they're qualified for horizontal welds in that position. We don't do any vertical welding, no pulse welding, no overhead welding, no stick welding. It's all MIG, and it's all pre-qualified out of the AWS D11. So makes it really, really simple. So this is getting galvanized. So when they drop it into the zinc tank, it's going to cook this thing up, and if there's moisture, or there's definitely moisture in there, it's going to expand and it can turn these into a bomb. So they're going to going to put a 2-inch hole on the end of each one of these plates, and at the galvanizer they'll drop it in and then pull it out. So they'll galvanize the inside of it, but really it's just there for a vent. Where's Dakota at?
Camping, I think.
Quitter. Holy smokes, why do we do this? We're doing that on every one?
Yep.
Yeah, I know, but that's not really my problem. Should've just done it on the beam. That's not center.
Offset.
Oh. My bad. He comes from the oil field too.
We got to do relief holes because when that's going to expand, it's going to go through.
There's some big pieces.
Yep. And we've been talking about it. I was just
Plating on the
walking
bottom
through
one?
and I saw them and I was like, oh,
That's going to
I'm glad I caught it. Well, they wouldn't have done it, but they would have probably billed us to do this.
bring back memories for you?
Well, a lot of it, actually.
You're gonna just tack it on? We built these booms.
Better than dragging a welder around with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, what was going on? We were going through whips at each station 2 times a month. Standing on the whips, dragging welders around.
Woo! It's always when it's on camera. So it almost seems like a mag drill would be.
I don't have the cutter.
Oh.
We don't. Do we have a 1 3/4? Let's walk over to maintenance. Where's Trevor? What?
I think set a mag drill loose on that and
Yeah, I think we want a 1 3/4 inch hole, and I don't think we have a 1 3/4 inch annular, but maybe. Hey, man. Ooh, here we go.
air conditioner.
So this is our shipping yard. Anything we'll do pre-staging down here, and then we'll stage for loads on this side. So pretty much any semi that's going out to a job site or for a customer is going to be loaded.
Here.
It's going to be loaded over on this side. And
Cool.
think
I've
we have-
seen some of your videos with the drone shots that you're loading up here. It's kind of nice to put everything in perspective where it is. And
they're bringing over.
Easily accessible. That's really nice.
Yeah, when we bought the property, this back here, this was a junkyard. You could barely walk through here, and we must have had 50 roll-offs of trash and garbage and just stuff, and then it was just dirt. So the asphalt and the recycled asphalt, we've done all this.
well, somebody forgot to hit the right button on the GoPro and recorded everything in time lapse for this section here. But pretty much we walked around the rest of the facility, take a look at them loading up this building here to go out to a customer, and just kind of check things out on Friday afternoon. So awesome visit to come out here and see the facility. Alrighty, and just as we were getting ready to leave, Eric took delivery of a couple of 18-foot presses he was waiting on that he won from a auction, and was looking for one, ended up with both of them. Those will also help to bring more tasks in-house. Alrighty, well that's going to wrap this one up. I actually sat and did a podcast with Eric too and my wife, so check out that on their channel very soon. I'll drop a link below. Again, Great Western Buildings out here in Grand Junction, Colorado. And a big thanks to Eric and the team here for letting me walk around today with the camera, see how everything is put together, and we'll see y'all real soon in the next video. Bye-bye.